switch now to migration. And we're going to talk about it like this.
Yeah.
Each one, if you're from Detroit and you got parents who are from Detroit, then 9 times out of 10 you got grandparents who are from someplace else. So we know that a great migration in a very real way brought each one of us here. What is your own personal story, your family story with migration?
Well, I would say me personally, my mother's side, they're from Alabama. My father's side is from Tennessee. And I grew up with my family is very proud to be from Alabama, Tennessee. Like, they shout out their towns, and shouts out to Covington, Tennessee. And Miller in Alabama. And my grandfather, my mother's father, moved here from Alabama. My grandmother went to Alabama. It was at the time called Alabama State Teachers College. It's Alabama A&M now. So she actually has a degree, and she tells the story of how, because my mother is from the women's rights era, so I always grew up like, oh, grandma, you gave up your college degree to be married and have kids. But as an adult, having conversations with her and knowing my grandmother, and if you have a black grandmother, you know what I mean. I know that he didn't make her do anything. Right. All right. And so now that I understand, a little bit differently about what she means, I understand that was a values decision that was made as a family, that it was important for a matriarch to be in the home and raise the children, and that was necessary for the children's sake, and that it was a partnership with each other, that he was the breadwinner and that she was also a decision maker in the home. I get that now. I didn't get that as a kid, right? Yeah. And so with that, I would say they brought these these very strong Southern Christian values to the home, to the community. With him working in the auto industry, yes, he had a very healthy career, and as my mother says, he had a couple of very successful home-based businesses. Okay, yeah. And so he was a numerologist is what we say. And those values of being an entrepreneur, of being a father, of being a figurehead, of being a strong man, those are things that it wasn't necessarily that those things were spoken. It's not like there was the testament of but these are things that as a culture, as a community, were Black culture. Everyone probably has that same story. I thought it was special till I started talking to other people oh yeah, my granddad too. Oh, okay. So that culturally was something that they brought with them here.
So I'm gonna start with my story. So my grandparents. Let me go back. Okay, so my great grandmother was she was a Cherokee Indian, about as black as that pole, with nice black silky hair. Her name was Nancy, right? She was on the Indian reservation. My grandfather snatched her when she was 12, stole her off the reservation. Okay, so that's that story. So my mother's mother was from Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, so her and her brothers all came here, brothers and sisters all came here. Most of them got with the auto industry. However, my dad's side my grandmother came from Kansas, Missouri. I didn't know too much about my dad's side because she didn't talk about a lot, but that grandmother, she cleaned houses and stuff. She was married. I seen pictures of my grandfather, but he passed, so she was by herself for the rest of her life. So I have both of my grandmothers. One grandmother at the auto. She working for Chrysler. She been married a couple times. This grandmother, widowed, never got married again. These is my mothers and fathers, because my mom and dad, now they raised up some good kids and went to college. My dad, Vietnam vet. And then after, they went on and went crazy. I think that migration, I get it from my grandmother's, like, unfortunately, I don't think my mother, I think they could have, I don't know if they would have had so much of an impact as far as getting those different from the Southern, the Southern flair. I don't think I would have got that from them. I'm in this wonderful place. I still work. I work all the time. I work at the post office. Okay? So I'm working 6 days, 12 hours for the most part. So I pop in and out of here. I'm on the phone most of the time dealing with this.
Gotcha.
It's what I do. That's all I know.
Right.
So if I'm not working, something is wrong.
Right.
Like my thing is, I need to pass down the history of this. Like, I want to educate kids, but I also want them to know what happened here.
What happened?
I need them to know that their people were great. Their people were talented. Their people did work hard. Their people did a lot of different stuff. And I mean, not just our kids, all of them, because this here is like, this is multicultural right here. It, different genres.
Yeah. When I first came back here, this is the reason why this happened. It's work ethic that's like, this hard work, you know what I mean? Which reminded me of the people who I come from. My grandmother, Hattiesburg and something, bro, I can't even remember, Mississippi. You know what I mean? She was born in 1912, but like my aunt told me one time, and I thought my auntie was joking. She's like, boy, I was born in the field. What you mean, in the field? She's like, dog, mama was big cotton when she was baling cotton when I was born. It happened right there. And I'm like, wait, to work? And no, man, I'm thinking they joking. I asked grandma. Grandma's like, yeah, that's what happened. To work and then live life and then give new life and then do that. And you know what I'm saying? So that, what Danielle did when it came down to Rebirth and United was just like, okay, that's something I can completely relate to. That work ethic is who we are. We don't know what else to do. You know what I mean? That's who we are as Detroiters, as people, and we come from that. We come from, sharecroppers, slaves, hustlers. In conversation, no matter what, in any conversation, we gonna probably be a little bit smoother because there's a pimp element there. Somewhere we gotta, you know what I mean?
He pushed the button. He was go right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's who we are.
Yeah.
So the migration and displacement narrative is that okay? So we didn't get displaced during the migration. We still kept what it was that we had.